Blue, I reckon it's gonna be more green. Like it'll be hard to be less blue than this one.
True.
But I don't think it's gonna get over like 5%.
We should just do a fake episode about the Covenant to Bayou Boogaloo.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we should.
Because I want that movie to be...
It seems very entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. Mallory liked it, so I think that makes it worth it.
Mm-hmm. She's writing a script right now. I got her mini typewriter.
If it's not been done by the time she starts making films, then we've got her first film sorted.
Oh, she's going to... I'm sending her to NYU to make this.
At what point will the Deep Blue Sea franchise be up to when she directs her installment?
Okay, so one every 3 years.
Well, there was that gap of like 20 years.
Yeah, but like recently... Okay, so here's what's going to happen. They're going to get through 6 by 2029. There's going to be a few years go by, then they'll do 7. So she'll probably be directing 9.
Okay.
DBS 9.
DBS 9. Bayou Boogaloo. All of her films have the tagline Bayou Boogaloo.
The Counselor 2, Bayou Boogaloo.
Yeah. Fast and Furious 13, Bayou Boogaloo.
Does that mean we have to move to Louisiana?
Ben-Hur, Bayou Boogaloo? No, because she's traveling. She's out of our house by then.
Her time there.
She's going to be on set. She doesn't need us. She'll be graduated. She'll be in her 20s. We'll just be getting all that sweet money.
Yeah.
Guilting her into it. Hey, millionaire, send me some change.
Dad needs a new car. Preferably a Mustang that comes apart and then goes back together.
Dad needs a new logging truck.
It's like a Crash Dummies scene.
Yeah.
Just falls apart. I love it. Okay, well, thank you both for joining me for the Covenant. Thank you for gracing the podcast with your presence once again. Anything to plug? Anything to promote?
Everything Jay does. All my Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes, the podcast, did cover Deep Blue Sea, and the DBS podcast got a ton of mentions. I got mentions. Saffron Burrows answered the Ronnie Cox question. We learned some really cool behind-the-scenes stories, so I was able to drop in a lot of input about DBS into that. Also, I got a Deep Blue Sea reference dropped into the Matrix vs. John Wick episode, so watch that one where he talks about how I own Deep Blue Sea on DVD during a John Wick vs. Matrix episode. So yeah, do that.
Excellent. Meg, anything?
Nope, just everything Mark does.
Okay, fantastic.
Thanks for watching The Covenant.
Listeners, you can follow the podcast at Deep Blue Sea Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Email us deepblueseapod@gmail.com. Read more of my writings over at Life vs. Film, Life vs. Film. Come join the LAM, the Large Association of Movie Blogs, at largeassmovieblogs.com if you have a movie blog or podcast and want to join like-minded folk who do the same kind of thing. Follow me on Letterboxd, Jay Cluitt, JayCluitt, where I've started a list of films mentioned on the Deep Blue Sea podcast. Going back through listening to it and making a list of all the films we talked about. And I'm also keeping a ranking of what the deepest and the bluest films are. So check me out over there. I'm not very far into it yet, but...
Wait, have you done everything yet?
No. The deepest and the bluest, I'm up to where we are, but the film was mentioned on the podcast. I'm going through episode by episode, and I'm only like 3 in at the moment. So it's an ongoing thing. We're already up to like 200 films. So we talk about a lot of films on this show. But that'll be a comprehensive list of everything we ever talk about. Just because of the future of the podcast, need more films to talk about. And
Jay Cluitt, just Jay Cluitt.
Yeah, JayCluitt, I think, is my letter.
I'm adding you right now.
Cool. Yeah, great. And I don't know what we're talking about next week, because we're recording this a little bit in advance. We'll talk about something. Maybe I'll edit it in here. Next week we're talking about The Reef.
Hurricane Heist with Toby Kebbell.
Maybe. But as for this...
I will talk Hurricane Heist.
And Maggie Grace being awesome.
Maggie Grace crushing it.
And then we can talk about Lockout.
Oh, hell yes.
There's an apple and a gun.
Don't talk to strangers.
Yes.
Lockout is phenomenal.
Lockout is fantastic.
I'm glad you said that, because it is.
I watched it again recently, and I couldn't look away. Like, I stopped mid-workout, and I couldn't focus.
That should be on the poster. It's like distractingly good.
It is. It is so funny.
Guy Pearce beefed up. Come on now.
And just being a...
Guy Pearce is with Toby Kebbell in Bloodshot.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh, man. What a great idea.
Connecting the people.
Well, thank you both thank you, Megan, thank you, Mark, for joining me for this.
Anytime.
Thank you.
This has been Deep Blue Sea the podcast. I've been Jake Lewis, and I'll Deep Blue See you next week.